Older siblings keep trying to make it work with their younger siblings. I'm going to hop right in. I am a sexual assault thriver. I have a 10 out of 10 ACEs score. I was sexually assaulted from 3 until 13 years old. So I'm the oldest of my siblings. So this is coming from my healed space. With that being said, I chased behind my siblings for so long. And when you are in a narcissistic family unit, a dysfunctional dynamic, right? And there's a lot of triangulation. There's only but so much you can do. I want to help you to realize that this is your life. I'm going to use this chart because remember, it's always the micro, the meso, and the macro of conformity, right? But the most important is that macro. The macro is your most important, subtle experience of life. And I say subtle because when we're trying to make it work with our family, all we're thinking about is the pain. All we're thinking about is the community. All we're thinking about is being there, saving someone else as being the oldest. But when you heal, you realize that subtle energy is actually holding you back, because what's really important is paying those taxes. You chasing behind a sibling, you trying to make it work when a narcissistic parent, when my egg and sperm donor are sociopaths and psychopaths. So it's more energy added into that. So I'm not just dealing with NPD, I'm dealing with deeper, darker energy, right? And as me being a dark empath, I am aware of these energies and I choose my own freedom. I choose to experience a life that is fulfilling to myself. Because when you grow up with a toxic family dynamic, no one's coming to save you. This is why I'm asking you, who saved you? As the older sibling, who came and saved you? Who made life more pleasant for you? Who put you first? Who protected you? You are trying to save your siblings because you want to be that of which you never had to someone else. But all you're going to do is constantly hurt yourself because, again, they're being groomed, they're being programmed, they're being taught that you are the enemy. So if you are the enemy, why not allow yourself to be the villain in someone else's story? But in your story, you get to be the superhero because you are a experience. You are a multidimensional being having a human experience. You are dealing with your own shadow, with your own ego, with your unconscious, subconscious, and conscious beliefs and thoughts. So why not put yourself first? Why not put yourself first in a aspect of, I'm going to do what's best for me because I have to pay my own taxes. These people are not going to pay your taxes. I posted a TikTok video on this and there were some triggers. A lot of people were like, you need to make it work with your siblings. No, you don't. That's people pleasing. That is a wounded ego. When your ego is wounded, you cater to the egos of others. When you heal thyself, you now are in congruence with your ego. Your ego and your spirit is in congruence. There is no ego death. The ego doesn't die. You just have to heal it and transcend the ego into this lighter version of yourself where you are experiencing life from your authentic truth. Your ego is to follow suit with what your spirit says, not the other way around. When the ego is silencing the spirit and having an internal war, that's because the egos of others have gotten to your head. Now you think you have to save someone else. You think someone is eventually going to save you when you've been saving yourself this whole time. No one outside of you is going to save you. No one in the sky is coming down to save you. It's all on you. Those bills are still going to keep on coming. This is real talk. We live in the matrix. As me being a sexual assault thriver, as me experiencing the beginning of my years, I was in survival mode. I was in my masculine energy. I did not know how to survive. I really did not. Okay, I'm so open about my story because I know that someone else is going to be able to relate. You have a double-edged sword of healing from childhood trauma, and I'm from the project. So I had to heal from childhood trauma and heal from poverty. I had to heal from both mindsets of internalizing and having codependency and having these unhealthy attachment styles to people around me, right? That was the first part I had to heal. Then I had to go into the impoverished mindset of, money and scarcity. And Myron Golden is one of my amazing coaches, one of my amazing mentors, because $1 is $1 million. So why would you waste your time chasing behind a sibling who is being trained to triangulate and go against you when you can find your riches within your pain? Deep down within that pain is your inheritance of the universe. because money is only a product of your energy. If you are radiating confidence, if you are radiating, you know who the fuck you are, can't nobody take away your pleasures of life. But a narcissist, this is how narcissists trap the older sibling. They want to take your light by using the kids against you. Even if you're not the oldest, okay? This is going to go for anyone. Even if you're the youngest sibling and you keep trying to mend it and you keep reaching out to the oldest sibling. However, I'm the oldest, so I'm speaking more so for the oldest, but I know that any sibling who is in a narcissistic family structure, who did not have a safe, healthy bond with their siblings, you're yearning for that. It's okay. I know you are, and I'm here to let you know it's okay to yearn for something that you never had, because you see it in other people's lives. You know deep down that we are supposed to be close. But here's what I said in my last video. Source is merely experiencing itself. So if you were put into an environment that is on the opposite side of the polarity spectrum of how you feel about self, it's your obligation to now vibrate to the energies that are in resonance with you. Blood does not make you water. So you might long for this sibling connection, but you can get that in anyone, because we all carry masculine and feminine energy within us. Parents are just portals. Parents are not your God. You are God. Your cells are working for an organization, which is you. Your cells are coming together to make sure you can breathe, make sure your brain is functioning. So you don't owe your siblings nothing. You don't have to continue to chase them. You do not have to prove to your siblings that, you know what, I will always be there for you. Prove it to your own inner child. You're a multidimensional being having a human experience. Show your inner child that no matter what, I will be here for you. We will get through this together. You do not owe your siblings no explanation, because you did not have them. Let's really get back into it. You did not lay down and create that child. Whatever child you create, that is your responsibility. Your siblings are not your children. I'm speaking to you how I had to speak to my old self, because my old self thought that these are like my children. I helped raise them, but they're not. They're not your children. You have no say-so over what they do. You have no custody. You have no power. In the court of law, this is not your child. So why not use these laws and the higher laws of the spirituality for your greatest good? What goes in must come out. What goes out must come back in. So why not focus on your own evolution? Because your egg donor, your sperm donor laid down and had that child. That child is to grow up and figure out their own meaning of life. You have no control. So focus on the things that you can control and release the things that you cannot control. Peace, love, and darkness. Remember to stay rich, wet, and dangerous, abundant. I do have resources below. Click the link so you can check me out. I have a free book. I have a trauma, children's, and adult book that I wrote that will inspire you throughout my journey, throughout my traumas. It's an easy read. It's 15 minutes. It will inspire you. It will inspire a child who has had sexual and physical assault as well. And I'm always here for you. Drop a comment. Let me know what you want to see next. I appreciate you for being here, and I will see you soon. Deuces.
Had to hop over fences and climb up the ladder to get what I want, bitch, I'm just getting better. They tried to tell me I would never be shit. Look at me now, body built like a brick. Sleep all you want, but I'm chasing my dreams. Everything I do is fucking supreme. Came from the hood, ain't shit sweet about me.